switch over to the next sharing. So we have sharing by Taraprasanna Bhaiya. Namaste Bhaiya.
जी नमस्ते सुनील भैया, नमस्ते गोपाल भैया, namaste to everyone. जी.
Yeah, Taraprasanna Bhaiya, though he does not need any introduction, just with the formality of this morning session, I will do that. So Taraprasanna Bhaiya, as we all know, he is an associate professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication, ITER, Shiksha Bhuvan deemed to be university. Bhaiya attended introductory workshop in November 2020. And thereafter, he has been a very active volunteer of this UHP programs, all the programs, online, offline. And he attended further the Refreshment Part 1 in August 2021, UHP 2 in January 2022. And while attending January 2022 UHP 2, he has been a volunteer also in that program. And thereafter, he has been very active with all the online APPs, SDPs, and has been very actively participating in many other projects also in the Eastern region as well as the national level. Maybe let it be the weekly meeting, monthly meeting, let it be the translation work, let it be any other activity. Let's say for the previous conference also, he has been very active in this organizing team. Many works done by Islam. He has been a morning volunteer for many of us. So words are, falling short of words to introduce Bhaiya. I may eat up his time. So with this brief introduction, I welcome Bhaiya. We have been attending from the fourth batch onwards in the morning session. So this very brief introduction, I would say, I welcome Taraprasanna Bhaiya for his sharing in the morning session. Bhaiya, over to you.
जी, thank you Sunil भैया. In fact, it's a long and detailed introduction, so I have nothing to add much in my introduction except my immediate family members. So I am staying at Bhubaneswar with my daughter, 9 years old daughter Divyasri, and my wife Subhasri. My father, around 79 years old, who was a classical teacher and also was my direct teacher in the school itself. So my mother was expired in 2017, and after 2017 till 2020, it was a very critical time for me to see the entire world without my mother, though other family members are there. And I have stated these things earlier that I was a very independent mind kind of child when I was born and brought up. So I was given such kind of freedom at my house that yes, everything you can discuss and you can verify at your end, then you believe. Even your father is saying, or if your mother is saying, you need not to go by that. So that openness was there during my childhood, and I'm so thankful for that. And over the time when I got my professional course, then get into family, like got married and also got the kids. You know, each and every steps of my life, like whether it is education, whether it is career, whether it is relation. So I was in very critical phase of my life, before this UHV content came to my life. So I was struggling, though I can see everything is there around me, like degrees there, success in terms of academic was there, family relatives are there. So, but somewhere I was not, what I supposed to be. And fortunately, this UHV came into my life as a blessing in disguise at the time of Corona. So the first and foremost question, what do I want? The question we asked in the workshop. So what do you want? Do you want to be happy all the time? So it was a very surprising question that yes, that is what I want to be, but I was not aware of. And even though I want to be, but I was not able to be. So there is a big gap. And slowly, like you mentioned, UHV 1, sorry, introductory workshop, UHV refresher 1, UHV 2, Then particularly I remember 20th October 2021, the fourth batch started under the guidance of uh, Sarmila Didi and Kumar Bhaiya, English and Hindi session. So it was the, I should say, uh, turning point of my life, looking at life in a different dimensions. So let us go to the exercise one. So where I will try to put the point based on the last 4 months, what I have observed for this exercise one, and doing this exercise one, at least for up to this time, it is eighth time, my eighth time I am doing this exercise one and two, or this morning batch. But still I remember the first batch when I did the fourth batch was going on. That is during the time of, winter time of 2021 October. It was the best batch I have ever felt. Means my exploration started to the maximum level, and slowly, over the time, I can see it is going up and down depending on this particular step number one. So when I started this exercise step one, be aware of your imagination at this moment. So like right now I am saying, so I'm thinking something at the same time, many other thoughts are also going on. So it is now it's possible to observe. Earlier also I was able to observe, but earlier I was thinking, oh, what is this? I can imagine so easily. I can observe the imagination, but uh, observing the imagination without reaction, without flowing in it, and distinctly differentiating this desire, thought, and expectation is quite challenging. That I understood probably last two batches only. And if I will say in particular for the last 4 months in the 11th batch, many times it has happened that I have flown in, this imagination. When I listen to Gopal Bhaiya presentation in the morning sessions, I flow in the imagination. Sometime I think, oh, what is that? What is the happening? What was happening, last week on that context? So like that I was flowing. And if I will talk during my interaction with the outside world, many times this, I may not able to distinctly see the desired thought expectation, and many times there are some reactions, and many times it is no reactions also. Yes, I can see, these are happening in the outside or in the somebody else's within. So like that. But uh, you know this particular step one, I feel very challenging, and the best step to work on every moment during our this bodily journey. Then when I talk about this particular step one, earlier it was happening when I was not happy. This time this observation was getting awakened. But slowly when I was happy also, I could observe, yes, now I am happy, I am enjoying this moment, I am getting uh, this sensation. I'm reading this sensation and I'm enjoying this sensation. Those observations are also getting prominent. But at the same time, I can see, yeah, this is the moment of excitement, or this is the moment of no, not feeling harmony, and which is not naturally acceptable to me. And in all these one, two, three steps comes so uh, I should say naturally, that I've compelled to go to the step four. Who decides this feeling? And this is the, I should say, after one, the step four, which is really, make all turning point in my life, as well as I feel many others like that, taking the responsibility who is doing this. And when I am contemplating on this step four particularly, then all these blame games are, getting over. Earlier, till this time, not exactly the time when I started VHV journey, till that time, I was thinking, the whole problem of my life is I get married and my wife. Then the problem is this blame game went to, like, parents, in-laws, the college, professionals. But at the end of the day, I see, it is the feeling within me which is making me disturb, not the other one. The other one is putting some expression outside, some sounds to me, or some information to me. But mm, it is me who is taking the situation, who is reading the outside environment. So then once this four step is taken care at the individual level, then step five uh, and six comes. Particularly step five comes naturally, that whatever information I receive from outside and whatever meaning I am giving within, it is in the basis of understanding or assumption. And to be honest, it is most of the time assumptions, right? If somebody is saying me in a louder voice, then he is getting angry on me or he is shouting on me. Or if somebody is saying very politely to me, then oh, he is very close to me. So like that, or he had some work with me. So many assumptions. It's mostly assumption. But when this particular content of trust, the other human being is wants to make me happy, so that though it was very difficult to explore at the beginning, but with time it has come naturally, that yes, like I want to be happy, other wants to be happy. So there is no doubt on the intention of others. So whether it is anybody, my immediate family member, or maybe my extended family member in the institute or workplace, so everybody is working on their understanding, on their competence. So I need not to assume that yes, they want me to put in trouble. They also want me to make me happy, like they want to make them happy. So overall, if I will say from step one to five, really, I mean, step one is always challenging and it has been going on all the time, and that I'm trying to explore. But yeah, sometime I fail. But this four and five really changes this all perception towards looking outside while working with it. And if I will say the step six, like the feeling of relationship, feeling of harmony, and feeling of coexistence, yes, I can see that when I am in opposition for any sense or for any reason or for any purpose, then I am not comfortable with it. And this opposition slowly disturbs this harmony, and at the means right at that moment there is no harmony as well as there is no feeling of coexistence. But on the other hand, when I will say in particular this executing this international conference or many other things at the university or at home, same time many things are going on. So if I was engaged in one thing, then other two things were needing my attention to be done, in it, and all three or four things are equal priority at the same moment. So what to do? So at that particular time, this feeling of relationship has helped me a lot. Like, yes, everything is important. Now, what to do? So at that time, this coexistence, if I can see, if four things are to be done outside, the first thing to be done inside is establish the harmony, establish the feeling of relationship. Yes, I'm feeling related to this each of the other activities or human being or work, whatever. And with that, when this feeling of everything is existing and I am related to everyone, it gives a different power to address all these things. So though I am able to explore a bit, but not fully, because it doesn't happen all the time. Some reactions also come, some opposition also comes. And particularly when it comes, uh, in continuity or incompleteness, I'm still working on it. So step seven is yet to be worked upon and extensively. Yeah. So with this, I may conclude exercise one. Then when I come to exercise two, so particularly when this proposal is being placed that human being the coexistence of self and body. So its body part is fine, I'm able to see, but and the self part, I'm very deep desire to see the self. But self is a very subtle uh, entity or subtle reality that we can directly observe it, whether we cannot see in our, this, I should say, naked eye, or the way we are thinking this direct observation is seeing through eyes. But direct observation is seeing through this pure observer. So, like when we see the activity of the self, and even though I am hungry, but I am not giving food to me because I am fasting, or I am getting some particular kind of information or sensation, but still I am doing as per my wish. So that gives, yes, there is something which is not just a body, but it is me who is making the decision. And I transact the information with the body time to time. Even sometime when we sit for meditation, or when we are closing eye, and we are not able to sure whether my body is. And even I was just exploring, do I remember my face? So it doesn't come in imagination. The body, the face doesn't come. So if this kind of thing is happening, means I means doubting on the body? No. So body is just a material entity. When I am working on it, means I'm giving some instruction to it, so it is doing, whether it is standing up or going somewhere, or whatever activities I decide. So this step three, unlike the step four of exercise one, that who is the decision maker? So I am on the decision maker, and according to it, my body is getting used to it. Then reading sensation. This part is, I'm exploring. I am not the sensation, that part is clear. I can read the sensation, that part is clear. But I am in sensation, sometime it is happening. So, discriminating, I am not the sensation, or I am not in the sensation, that part is, a little, I think I need to work upon. And this specifically, it happens like when, say, I uh, got some injury in my uh, body parts. So I feel like that sometime I am in sensation. So when you look at the step five, my interaction with the body and world outside by the way of sensation, and I read the sensation, I give the meaning to the sensation, and this meaning, uh, what meaning I am giving, that based on my sanskar. So, very interesting fact I want to share one, that uh, recently, means some time back, I need to take some uh, injection or something like that. So my little daughter was with me. So when I was injected, she is asking, Papa, you did not react, or you did not shout. Then I said, no, I know if needle is going inside, so it will be piercing my skin. And once they take the blood, then the things is over. Things are over. So why to shout? If shouting is it helping? Then she said, is it? Then, and for other purpose, she needs to give blood for some medical issues. And surprisingly, she is sitting very calm, and did not even utter a single ah kind of thing. And it was very surprising for me that, I did not ask, why didn't you shout? Then she said, Papa, what do you see? Can I also means decide my reaction outside? Not in that words, but like I can also do that. That I cannot react outside. So these kind of small things, that yes, it is me who decides, how I will read the sensation, and how I will put my outside expression towards the sensation. Then let's come to the sanskar part. So in fact, I said in the exercise one, there are still many assumptions, and based on assumptions, my sanskar are also there. Like I'm very poor in waiting, and like if somebody is saying still they are not completed, I usually speak up. That is one of the identified sanskar. I'm working on it, but still I think I have to work furthermore. And many things like, suppose my father is a bit old, like 80. So he gets difficulty in listening. So suppose he has asked something, I said once or twice, again he will be asking that. Then it may happen I'm not reacting outside, but the reaction comes within. So this assumption that yes, why can't he is listening, or I have said so many times, like that. Similarly, at the same time, like my daughter or my wife, so if they are saying something, means I've said something to do, they are not listening. Same with the subordinates or colleagues at the college. So some, strong assumptions, deep-rooted assumptions are there, and sanskars are there to upon which I need to work upon. Then, yeah, so initially I was reacting on them, but right now I am observing, and sometimes I laugh at them. See what I had done earlier. Again, I am doing the same thing. So I laugh on it, and I'm working on it. But still, it is a long way to go. And particularly the last step, if I will say, so it's like an open step. I am exploring. Yeah, when I think I'm in space or everything, it in space. So it gives a broadness kind of thing within our imagination, and this broadness helps to think, to feel coexistence, to work for the entire, uh, existence. So with this, I will go to the next steps. Like if I will sum up what are the steps I can see. So for exercise one, step 2 to 5 years to 2 to 5 are uh, very clear, but step one is something to work all the time. And step 6, 7, I think life is also means we need to do some lifetime work on that step 6 to 7. Then exercise two, yes, step one is open and I am still exploring. 2 to 5, yes, I am able to see. 6 and 7, where I need to work a bit more. And like happiness, yes, I understand, but many times it also happens. I'm enjoying the sensation from outside. So at that time also I can observe it is, yeah, I'm enjoying the outside information. So though I understand, but still I think I need to work upon. And commitment part, like I said, all these exploration gets deepen when we work in a larger order. Like if I am in the family, my daughter says, Papa, what you are saying in usb you are not doing. So they are the direct camera, they are saying, means they are observing very closely. Similarly, fellow colleagues or family members. So when I participate in the family, when I participate in the workplace, when I'm participating in this uh, activity in different level, then I get my explorations happen. So my commitment is to participate in the larger order as much possible. So with this commitment, I may wind up my sharing, and my deepest gratitude to all my mentors, all the co-explorers. So thank you. Namaste. Back to you, Sunil.
Yeah, thank you, Paya, for this very nice sharing. Um, I can see your commitment part. That is much evident in what you are doing, and what you have exemplified that also today. Your interaction with your family members, interaction with colleagues, and the other examples, and the minute details which you have quoted in this sharing was very much inspirational to many of us. Thank you so much. So we have a time limitation. We have many hands raised. I fear if we can go to many questions, but we will go to the question of
जी जी थैंक यू जी नमस्ते सभी को तारा भैया very nice one question similar with me also whenever your daughter says papa whatever you are doing in which you are not behaving or performing So at the same is happening with me. I'm doing somewhat over things. Means, for example, 2 days before my mom went for the, you can say, abode or the departed. But others are saying me that there is no difference in your whatever you were doing. What are the works? So I am telling that this is only body has gone and self is there. So they are finding this very difficult to see. So can you see this or can you guide me on this issue? 1 minute. Thank you. G.
जी जी भैया, and this thing, when we are saying that is an outward expression, and what we are thinking and the feelings behind these thoughts are important. So yeah, I can see that someone is saying, so someone is saying means it may be for different purpose. She wants to tease me. For particular my case, your case, you need to evaluate. But at the
G.
base of the feeling, yes, means she is so open to tell this, that she is observing, a majority of the time, maybe it's in line, but the minority of the time, if it is not in line, then it's her point to tell, see, you are not able to do. And that is
Thank you.
also
Yeah.
good. It certainly brings the attention back, and that I am on the verge of reacting rather, on the verge of observing.
But
Yeah.
ultimately, it's me. Step number 4, exercise
Right.
one. Yeah,
Step
fine.
number 4
Thank
and
you.
step number
Thanks.
1.
Thanks for nicely guiding us. Namaste. Namaste, Sabiko.
Yeah.
Dhanyawad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ji, thank you. We will listen from Gopal Paya now before we go into the other questions. Gopal Paya, over to you.
नमस्ते भैया.
जी नमस्ते भैया.
So I don't have much to say about Taraprasanna भैया. His dedication and way of exploration and curiosity to know about the consciousness and the entire existence. It is much visible to all of us. So he's volunteering many activities, and his attitude to learn from these activities, from this volunteership, is very much visible, and he's exploring many things. Generally, uh, we used to call. He calls me whenever he needs any clarity. So, in the part of exploration, he's already working very well. In fact, he is able to. He's trying to see each step uh, with uh, his practical life, and that's why he is able to share the practical situations, practical incidents from his life. So I think whenever I log in this morning session, every time I find Taraprasanna Bhaiya. So in fact, many times I talk him to take uh, feedback of my sessions, etc. So his dedication you know, is inspiration to all of us. So irrespective of his family, he is balancing both ways. He is balancing uh, in his life. He is taking care of his family and he's also taking care of this morning session and UHV activities. So nice, Bhaiya. As I said, don't have much word to say about you, but your dedication is really appreciable, and soon you will be a asset for the whole society. Thank you, Bhaiya. Best wishes.
जी भैया, your
जी.
blessings and all the mentors and everybody's input certainly will help my exploration, and probably somehow means means I'm still struggling and many work to be done by Ji. I think all of your blessings may help me to get out of this struggle and to come to the level of pure observer. Ji.
जी भैया. नमस्ते भैया.
Ji.
Thank you, Gopal Bhaiya, for those humble comments. And Tara Bhaiya's humbleness also can be seen from his way of expression, though he is dedicatedly doing all this work and has been a motivation for all of us. So thank you so much, Tara Bhaiya, for the sharing.